Yo, what's going on, guys? Crispy Flakes here. So, you guys know why you're here, man. You want me to talk about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and the number 6 pick to the Detroit Pistons in exchange for the number 1 pick, which is going to be Cade Cunningham. And yes, we are going to talk about that just because, I don't know if it's true or not, man. People are saying the source for it, not the most reliable. And when it comes down to it, man, I am a firm believer that there is a lot of smoke screens and just a lot of fake hype that's thrown around draft time because, if you have all these crazy storylines, that's going to make more people watch the draft. Plain and simple, right? So before we get going on this video, if you guys don't mind showing that crispy support, I've been grinding with these rumor videos and stuff, please leave a like on this video and of course subscribe if you're new to the channel. We got 200 brand new subscribers yesterday, so we'd love to have you guys here. I read all the comments, all that good stuff, man. So it's just a nice cool community here where we just talk about basketball and stuff. So hit that subscribe button if you are new. But yes, I'm going to talk briefly about the Shai Gilgeous-Alexander trade right here because since it said that Detroit has declined it, and I'm going to tell you, man, straight up, the past, well, really my whole life of being a Piston fan, it's been a lot of hate, but I will say, especially since this rumor's gone down, I have 50% of NBA social media community yelling at me at the idea of the Pistons trading away the pick. And I have the other 50% yelling at me because the Pistons didn't trade away the pick, man. So it's I'm just getting bombarded all around based off what the Pistons did or didn't do. Let me also remind everybody, man, this is not an NBA 2K rebuild. I have no control over the team. Because if I did, I would have flipped that shit for damn LeBron James by now. No, I'm not. That's actually a question. Would you trade the number 1 pick in the draft right now for LeBron James? I really don't think I would, man, just because he's kind of old and I don't really think he wants to play in Detroit all that much. But I'm just saying. Then again, we got 1 season of maybe trying to compete. Could be interesting, but no, I think I'm cool with it, man. Okay, so let me point this out with Shai. Shai and number 6 for the number 1 pick. That is a fantastic trade offer, man. That is a really, really good trade offer. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, in my opinion, is an absolute stud. I'm going to go pull him up real quick here, man, on the page real quick on the Fanspo website. Because this kid right here, man, he is a special talent. I'm talking future superstar, at the very least high-end all-star, right? So pulling up the OKC Thunder roster, and pulling up Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, for one, still, well, I guess he's due some money pretty quickly here. 2022, 2023, he's got the qualifying offer, which will probably be extended, making him a restricted free agent, and some team will offer him the max contract. That's going to happen with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. But pulling him up real quick here on his profile, this previous season, 24 points, 5 rebounds, 6 assists per game. This dude is a beast. And what I do like about him too, man, like I said, this is my argument for the trade. The argument for the trade is that Shai, it says he's listed as a point guard, but he's played with Chris Paul, and so we know he can play the 2 spot, right? So that would be nice next to Killian. With Cade Cunningham, we're not so sure yet. And then, the issue I get with it, though, is the number 6 pick. Obviously getting Shai, you're saying, okay, you at least get somebody like Shai. Cade, Cade could become a generational point guard, or there's a chance he doesn't live up to the height. There's a chance of that. Well, Shai, you know what you're going to get, right? So it's definitely the safer route. The issue here, though, man, big time for me, is when you look at the draft prospects and you get down to this 6th spot right here, after the first 4 picks, in my opinion, there's kind of a big fall off. Now you got Jonathan Kuminga, Scotty Barnes, where those are the potential guys. These guys could both be really good, or maybe they'll be something else you don't really know. But especially the Kuminga, definitely a lot of potential with him. You don't really know where that type of project's going to go. Scotty Barnes, I've been hearing comparisons of I heard somebody say they're comparing him to Giannis. And I've also heard Draymond Green, Ben Simmons, not bad comparisons in my opinion. But yeah, so the Pistons obviously to go for somebody like that at number 6. But my issue with it is that, especially if we get Shai, then we got the lineup of, Killian Hayes, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. You got Saddiq Bey, who is all NBA rookie team. It's you're not going to throw a guy like that on the bench. You have Jeremy Grant at the 4, and then you have, Isaiah Stewart at the 5. So the issue with going with a Scotty Barnes is that, he's 6'9", so he probably could play some power forward. But then, they already got Sekou Doumbouya, who's a bit of a project, right? So, getting Kuminga or Scotty Barnes just doesn't make much sense. And these other guys, you don't really need Book Knight, Keon Johnson, guys like that, because you already have Shai playing that too. So for me, I'm almost does Shai get the Pistons to a championship? Probably not, man. I'd rather take the risk with Cade. Is kind of where I'm at with things. I'd rather take that risk with Cade Cunningham and kind of go from there, right? Alrighty, so that's that. We are done talking about that. But the reason I want to make this video is because this morning, like, the OKC Thunder are all over the place, the trade rumors. We're gonna talk about two other ones right now. There is a rumor going on with them potentially making a trade with the stay with me, with the OKC, not with themselves. I bet you if they could trade draft picks to themselves, they probably would. No, actually, the Toronto Raptors. There is talks that they are looking to trade number 6 for number 4. And, yes, to get this type of trade done. So, obviously, you know, the 6th pick going over to the Raptors and the 4th pick going over to the Thunder. I think also for that to happen, the Thunder are probably looking to toss in. I mean, like I said, man, like the top 4 picks, like those are kind of set. They got so many other draft picks. Honestly, I would probably toss in the 16th pick. And then maybe like, I would probably say a lottery protected future first. Because it's only going up 2 spots. But at the same time, you got to keep in mind that the difference between Jalen Suggs and whoever's at 6, I think, is like night and day. I really think that Jalen Suggs is that type of beast. So yeah, I think the trade would be something like that. Is it going to be exact? I mean, I don't really know, man. But I think that's pretty much fair. You can argue taking off the lottery protected first and just getting the 17th pick in a very deep draft would be good enough for the Raptors to do this, especially because, you know, they already do have Fred VanVleet and Gary Trent. Maybe they're cool with those guys and they don't really want Jalen Suggs and they're cool with going for like somebody else. So let's go pull up real quick here, man. Again, the draft prospects. So yeah, at number 4, I would have the OKC Thunder taking Jalen Suggs. I think the idea of Suggs with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, that is beast ass, man. That is beast ass mode for 2069, bro. Like that. I love everything about that. That is a fantastic backcourt of your future. It just works. Now, also the OKC Thunder do have Teo Maldon, who, you know, probably could just be a backup, like a 6-man. So that'd be kind of cool of that. And then for the Raptors, going down to that 6th pick, once again, man, like, I'm in the boat with the Raptors where I don't exactly know what they should do because I look at their roster and I'm like, the only position they absolutely really need is a center. I like Chris Boucher. I like him more as a 6-man center and kind of like a Montrezl Harrell bundle of energy off the bench type of role. But, like, even with them, man, you know, Gary Trent, or I'm sorry, Fred VanVleet, Gary Trent, probably the backcourt. You got OG at small 4. You got Pascal at the 4. Now, I will say with that, they might be like more okay taking on a Jonathan Kuminga and being like, okay, well, we don't really know what Kuminga is going to be. It could be a few seasons away. By then, we'll have a better idea if Pascal's our guy or not, you know, as far as number 1 option. So I think that would probably be okay. And then the last thing going on with the OKC Thunder, going once again back to the trade machine, bro. This is so much better than 2K using this damn website, man. I love this website. It's just got like such a cool vibe and look to it. Like I said, man, not a sponsored video. I just started using it and it's absolutely unbelievable. But the other thing is I guess the Thunder are being approached about trading away Kemba Walker for assets. What does assets mean exactly? They can get some dudes. they get some dudes or some picks. So real quick here, going through teams that I actually think could use Kemba Walker. And like I said, man, like, I think they could get him for relatively cheap. I think other teams could. Really, the hard thing here is going to be taking on the $36 million per season contract. So, yeah, but looking at teams real quick here, Knicks would be interesting, I suppose, if they had the money to make it work. I actually really like the Miami Heat, although at the same time, I'm kind of cool with them just having Kendrick Nunn and using the money elsewhere, because Nunn is also like a bundle scoring type of point guard, score first type of point guard. Celtics, yeah, I love, no, man, not the Celtics. Wizards, no. Pacers, you might be able to make a case for the Pacers. Hornets, no. Bulls, if the money's right, maybe like a sign trade of like Lauri Markkanen and something like that could be a little interesting, just to give the Bulls a, you know, dynamic backcourt with Kemba and also Zach LaVine. Raptors, no. Cavs, no. Magic, no. Pistons, no. And then we got the Jazz. If Mike Conley leaves, Kemba Walker could be interesting. I think that they really could use another like bulk scorer next to Donovan Mitchell. Especially with Bojan Bogdanovic kind of getting up there in H2. That'd be kind of okay. Suns, they already got Chris Paul, but, you know, Kemba Walker for like a short-term replacement wouldn't be bad if Chris Paul were to leave. Nuggets, no. Clippers could be interesting if the price is right, especially if Kawhi is going to be out for the majority of the season. Gives them a go-to score. Really like the Mavericks with Kemba next to Luka Doncic. I think that could be interesting. Trailblazers, no. Lakers, obviously, will be in the mix for a great scoring point guard in Kemba. Memphis, no. Warriors, no. Spurs, no. Pelicans could be interesting next to Zion. Kings, no. Timberwolves, no. And the Houston Rockets, Probably not, man. So there's obviously some, contenders out there that could really use him. You guys let me know in the comment section below what type of Kemba Walker trade do you think we'll be seeing. If one does have, if there's like a big time rumor of it, I will probably cover it here on the channel. But yeah, man, that's all we got. So those are my thoughts on, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander to the Pistons. I guess the TLDR on this is that, well, I guess maybe my final conclusion, man, or my final statement is that when it comes down to it, I think you got to pick a side. You are either for trading the pick or you're against trading the pick. And I think I've definitely leaned towards there's been some nice trade offers, thrown our way. But I'm embracing Cade and I'm embracing keeping the pick. And that's just the side I'm on. If a trade were to happen, it happens. That's part of basketball, right? That's part of sports. But in the meantime, I'm not going to flip-flop back and forth being like, oh, we should have took this trade. Oh, man, we shouldn't do this trade. Like, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing the flip-flop back and forth. I recognize the OKC Thunder trade was a pretty damn good offer. That was a good offer, but I'm also not calling Troy Weaver stupid for not taking it. Because for one, we don't know how much truth is to it. But also at the same time, do you really, if you're, general mindset and your team organization's goal is to get Cade Cunningham, do you really want, a 19-year-old coming onto this team being like, oh man, they already tried trading me on draft night? No, you want that future star player feeling embraced by the team taking him on. So that's where I'm at with him, man. I'm happy with how things are going. I am so ready for draft night to be over with. So, I can deal with hearing the next 7 to 8 years of hearing, free Cade. But even going back to like 2004, man, when I was 12 years old, I was on the ESPN forums, message boards every single day. I was the 12-year-old talking trash to probably your parents' favorite team, man. So I understand it. Even back when we were winning, we were called the Detroit Pistons. You're gonna get hate no matter what. Really any team's going to. Every team gets hate. It's just when it's your team, you feel more personally attacked by it. But every team gets hate when they're in the spotlight. So that's all we got, man. Thank you all so much for watching, and peace out, my friends.